Time for a drill. Now at 6, details on tomorrow's siren test at Hanford.
Plus, it aims to attract nature lovers and bird watchers. Now at 6, why one man says he's fighting on the Audubon Trail at Columbia Park and why it won't be cleaned up anytime soon.
And spotty showers throughout our areas today with a warmer trend for the weekend. Jason will get you ready for what's to come in his first alert weather forecast.
Now, KAPP local news at 6.
You know what's sad is, Miss Richardson? Looking for your child for 8 hours, only to find that because of rejection they received because they're non-binary and pansexual led them to the new Dupertail Bridge to jump. Don't tell me about that.
A passionate message at last night's Richland City Council. It comes in response to the backlash over plans for an Easter drag brunch at a local eatery. That tops the news this evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Madeline Hagan.
And I'm Alyssa Warner. KAPP Riley Fitzgerald has been on the story since the Emerald of Siam started receiving hate messages. Staff went to the meeting a few weeks ago to address their concerns, looking for help from the city of Richland. But a council member then encouraged community members to reach out and express sadness over the event.
Yeah, according to the Emerald, a barrage of hate mail, death threats, and harassment has made its way to the restaurant, including anti-LGBTQ plus sentiment. Many community members brought it to the city council once again.
It kicked off with a march from the Emerald of Siam to Richland City Hall. The management of the Thai restaurant says they've been a cornerstone of safety for people who are LGBTQ+ for a long time. And though it's not the same thing, drag is often intermixed with the LGBTQ+ community. The owner of the Emerald spoke up with a request.
I'd also like to request a personal apology from you for encouraging people to contact us, and a public apology to the parents in this community who find these events enriching to their families and who wanted to spend their Easter at an event that encourages love and acceptance.
I don't think that the city council should be apologizing either, because they did not do anything that was wrong.
Many expressed their own sadness over the council not doing anything about the problems the Richland business has experienced and putting the blame on the mayor pro tem for starting a fight against the LGBTQ+ community. There were some who say she wasn't in the wrong.
I don't see why she is being attacked for this. It was not her intent for any kind of violence to take place.
And when you are a public official, and you say things like that, you are giving the green light, even if you meant for people to do it in a peaceful way. Some people will do it.
She was well within her First Amendment rights to express her sadness.
You know what's sad is, Miss Richardson? Looking for your child for 8 hours, only to find that because of rejection they received because they're non-binary and pansexual led them to the new Dupertail Bridge to jump. Don't tell me about that.
One community member spoke at the council meeting, telling a story that brought out many emotions among the chambers. We spoke to Janie Romine. She says the discussion at the city council, it was about acceptance and support.
My son tried to take his life. His mom and dad affirm him. Lots of people in his family love him. And it still wasn't enough to try to keep him from taking his life.
Romine says people targeting the LGBTQ+ community need to understand it's not a choice.
My family's paid a high price, too high. And for these people who the world walks for, the educated, the elected, the elite, the powerful, it's not okay to wield your power and to lace your power with your religious values.
There ended up being about 45 minutes of testimony on the topic from the two sides until it was cut off to get back to other city business. Mayor Pro Tem Richardson didn't respond to the statements until the end of the council meeting. She said the same thing she told me last week, that she has never encouraged harassment or hate speech, but also included a personal statement about her own family.
All of us are very close. One of my sisters is gay and has been with her partner for 20 years or more. All of my family is welcome in my home. I love my family and I love my community, and that's not going to change.
In Richland, Riley Fitzgerald, KAPP local news.
And according to the Emerald of Siam, they raised money for security at that drag brunch to keep attendees safe, which was more than enough. They say they donated the extra funds to the Trevor Project, an organization well known for providing a suicide prevention service for LGBTQ+ youth. General Manager Tim Thornton also invited the council to match the more than $4,000 donation.
All right, well, let's switch gears here a little bit and talk about the weather. Check out this time-lapse video which shows graupel showers in eastern Washington. The National Weather Service in Spokane says the video shows the showers as they moved towards that agency's office. They're saying most of what was falling evaporated before it could reach the ground. That's because of a dry air mass that moved into the area yesterday.
And now taking a look outside in the Tri-Cities, some change upon us. The sunshine is still trying to fight through, but clouds are definitely moving into the area. You can feel the temperature dropping just a little bit outside and a bit of wind in the Tri-Cities region. Jason Valentine is tracking your first alert forecast.
Good Wednesday evening, everyone. We've made it to midweek. Hope you've had a wonderful day today. We have clearing on the way as we get into our evening hours and into tomorrow morning, though that is going to be causing very chilly temperatures as you head out the door tomorrow. So do keep that in mind. But we do have the chance of seeing a little bit of shower activity as we're heading into the afternoon hours and early evening, especially along the Blue Mountain regions for Walla Walla and Pendleton. But we are looking at slowly warming up as we head into our weekend. Today, again, we were around 10 degrees below our average for all of our cities. So we were in the mid to upper 50s for most of our areas. So right now we should be in the mid to upper 60s. Now we are going to be seeing temperatures like that on the way as we get to our weekend. So yes, in my full forecast, I'll be talking about that warming. And again, PM light rain tomorrow afternoon. I'll get to that as well. And we are clearing into the evening. Should be a pretty nice evening, but again, very chilly tomorrow morning. I'll have all that in my full forecast that's coming up. But for right now, let's send it back to you.
Thanks, Jason. And new at 6, a scam warning tonight from the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. According to a post on the agency's Facebook page, a scammer has posed as a Franklin County Sheriff's detective or deputy. They allegedly leave a voicemail indicating the potential victim has an unpaid fine or owes money. The Sheriff's Office says it does not conduct business this way and they will never ask you for money over the phone. The office says you should not give the scammer any personal information, and they're asking that if you do get one of these calls or messages that you share the scam warning with family and friends.
Washington lawmakers considering legislation that prevents automatically extending an adult criminal sentence because of a juvenile criminal record. House Bill 1324 has passed the State House and State Senate and awaits further action. The legislation has a few exceptions for crimes such as murder and felony sexual offenses. According to a sponsor of the bill, Native people are the most disproportionately impacted by the practice. Critics have expressed concern that court officers could become overwhelmed and fear courts would have to resentence everyone who received longer sentences due to crimes committed as juveniles. Legislation now onto the governor's desk would provide more help for SNAP program participants to buy fruit and produce. SNAP stands for Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. House Bill 1784 now awaits the governor's signature. If signed, it would allocate an extra $2 million for the state's Department of Health Fruit and Vegetables Incentive Program. When a SNAP or EBT program participant buys at least $10 worth of fruit and veggies in a single purchase on their SNAP or EBT card, they will receive a $10 SNAP produce match promotion that can go toward future eligible purchases.
Well, new legislation would allow restaurants and distilleries to continue to deliver or sell to-go pre-mixed cocktails, beers, and wine. That covers businesses with certain alcoholic beverage licenses. An earlier measure approved during the pandemic expires this summer. Senate Bill 5448 passed the state Senate Tuesday. It would allow to-go alcoholic beverage sales with a food purchase. And of course, any to-go boozy beverage that is meant to be consumed at home. The measure now awaits action by Governor Inslee. And new tonight at 6, a milestone achieved as Oregon moves towards legal psilocybin treatment. According to authorities, the first people to gain accreditation as facilitators, essentially people who will guide patients while they're taking hallucinogenic mushrooms, received their first licenses this week. Eventually, service centers will offer the psychedelic mushroom treatment for an array of conditions. However, the state of Oregon still needs to complete more of the process to establish rules and protocol. before those centers can open. They're expecting centers to start opening in the fall. The state's psilocybin services says it anticipates Oregon issuing licenses and establishing testing centers in the coming months.
All right, it'll be interesting to see what these centers look like when they're finally open.
Yes, and I'm interested to see the research that comes out of that, of how effective it is.
Absolutely. Well, Tri-City residents will hear a blaring siren tomorrow, but it is not actually an emergency. We'll share details on Hanford's siren test coming up.
Plus, troublesome findings on the Audubon Trail in Columbia Park. What one man says he was told when he asked about maintenance.
A taste of the valley, the event taking place in Yakima where you can sip the fruit of the region.
And find out why one airline is flying larger planes in and out of Pasco Airport. You're watching KAPP Local News at 6.
Put some spring into your step with Great Floors. Shop exclusive specials throughout our showroom on carpet, luxury vinyl, and cultivated wood. Save on Karastan carpet, only $20.23 for a whole home installation. Our huge selection and expert team are here to help you recreate the perfect look and feel of your home. Great Floors offers 12-month 0% financing, so you are free to select the exact flooring you want. Visit a showroom today and live life on Great Floors.
What is a leader? Someone who has backbone, resilience, determination to put a stake in the ground and get their hands a little dirty. Arrow Construction Supply has been the Northwest's leading provider of asphalt, concrete, and erosion control industries. From homeowner do-it-yourself to large commercial projects, we have everything for sale or rent to get the job done. Your locally owned and operated Arrow Construction Supply, leading the way and hitting our mark for 30 years.
Hey fans, it's Eric the Peanut Guy from your Tri-City Dust Devils. Come out to Geisa Stadium this week, April 18th through the 23rd. Bring out the kids for Family Feast Night on Friday, April 21st, and enjoy $2 hot dogs, ice cream sandwiches, Coca-Cola products, and more. Then on Saturday, April 22nd, stick around after the game for our fabulous post-game fireworks show, presented by Cascade Natural Gas. For tickets, visit DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It'll blow you away.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, stunning smiles for the whole family.
At the Blue Mountain Station in Dayton, Washington, we invest in community. Our partners include Sweet Cheeks Bake Shop, Cedar Rain Spirits, Onyx Farms, Ray's Roast, Red Band Cellars, Barden Bead Meadery, and the Co-op and Commercial Kitchen. We invite you to explore Dayton today.
There's no other word quite like home, because it's more than any specific place. It could be in the team spirit that keeps your heart pounding the whole drive over the mountains. It could be in the friendships that make you able to laugh at yourself. It's a feeling, a belonging, and that's really different for everyone. So while we can't define what home is to you, what we can do is help you get there.
Find your way home today in a new Mazda from McCurley Mazda. Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $22.50 total cash allowance on a 2023 Silverado with a turbo high output engine. See your community Chevy dealers.
Homeowners, Washington is moving to renewable power. Consider an investment in green energy. Rooftop solar with Solar Power Northwest, a true one-stop shop. Solar Power Northwest, a better way to solar.
Portion of KAPP sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back, everyone. Here in the Tri-Cities, you may notice bigger planes flying to and from the Pasco Airport. Officials say Alaska Airlines is now flying 737s for 2 of its daily routes. Alaska says these planes offer more space for luggage and power outlets so that you can charge devices mid-flight.
Heads up, the Department of Energy will test Hanford sirens on Thursday. That's coming up tomorrow for an emergency drill. The sirens will sound in the 100 and 200 areas on the site between 12:30 and 1:30. A message saying this is a drill will also sound. The sirens might be audible along the Columbia River east of the Vernita Bridge and approximately 27 miles north of Richland. Now, if this were a real emergency, you would hear an emergency alert system broadcast to go with those sirens. And last week we told you about the city of Richland closing Bushwhacker Trail Road because of trash and illegal activities. Now a Tri-Cities man is raising concerns over another local trail.
Yeah, James Owen says the Audubon Trail at Columbia Park has become the new site for crime due to the lack of maintenance. Tonight we take a look at conditions on the trail and what he's proposing.
It's nice, quiet, you know.
When James Owen was just a kid, visiting the Audubon Trail in Columbia Park was a big deal.
Huge adventure, you know. I mean, we thought we were like going clean across country or something, you know. And as a little child, his imprint on us.
So when he saw the trail's current state, Owen was determined to make a change.
I thought, oh my gosh, and I walked over here, and that day that I walked through, there was 6 trees down.
James said these days he doesn't even like venturing down the trail alone.
It's just overgrown. There's parts of the trail where it used to be 3 foot wide. There's some places that, you know, you have to turn sideways to walk because the grass is overgrown. Alcohol, drug use.
He reached out to the local Audubon Society about getting the path cleaned up, who told him this.
There was just no maintenance and stuff due to funding. The Audubon Society has aged.
He was also told the city only has 3 people to maintain the entirety of Columbia Park. James says it's a resource he believes should be preserved for families to enjoy.
I'd like to see, you know, them come in and open it up to where it's family friendly.
He's proposing the organizations who helped start the trail come back in to revitalize it.
I'm an optimist when it comes to certain things.
I've reached out to the city of Kennewick to see if there are any plans to improve the trail, but they haven't yet responded. The City Parks Department has sent out a survey to Kennewick residents where you can weigh in on changes you'd like to see at city parks and natural areas.
Now, KAPP First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Wednesday evening, everyone. And yes, some sporadic showers today. We saw winds 10 to 15 mile per hour. Those are all slowing down into our evening hours. Clearing into the evening, we have light rain expected tomorrow, especially for the Blue Mountain region. I'll get to that in my future cast. And we're finally warming up to around our average for the weekend. And possibly we'll be keeping those temperatures as we head into our next work week. No real heat spike on the horizon yet, but still warmer temperatures than we've been seeing. So in our future cast, still just a bit of shower activity around our areas. That will be moving out into our overnight period. We'll see some sunshine in your morning hours after sun up, but we will be seeing some light rain coming into most of our areas as we get to the early afternoon. And then this is going to switch into the Tri-Cities and Walla Walla, Pendleton areas as we get into the evening hours. Then it's going to stick right in Walla Walla. Looks like some heavy showers for the Blue Mountain region, but our areas pretty much light rain, and that will move out as we get to Thursday late night into Friday morning. Some sporadic showers yet again for your morning hours, and that will continue again off and on into our Friday. So sporadic showers just continue. Very spring-like conditions with sunshine, with some clouds, and with some spotty showers. Really all this week has been identified by that. So as we move into our weekend, we're going to slowly warm up today, around 10 degrees off yet again of our average. But as we get to our weekend, all of our cities should be in the mid to upper 60s, if not like Ellensburg in the lower 60s for your weekend, back to where we should be for this time of year. Now we have a freeze warning. It's our final one of the week. We've had one pretty much all week. We're going to have it between 2 a.m. and 9 a.m. tomorrow for Ellensburg, Yakima, Toppenish, and that includes the Pendleton areas. So this is a note, just a warning for agricultural workers to protect crops if they get damaged during freezing times. So we're seeing that again tomorrow. Should be warmer in our overnight period into Friday morning. So our winds, saw about 10 to 15 mile per hour winds today. They'll be down just a skosh as we get into tomorrow and into our weekend, right around 10 miles per hour. Maybe a little bit heavier winds, 10 to 20 mile per hour for your Sunday. And then just some breezy conditions. But the good news about breezy conditions is it keeps our air fresh. So in our almanac, our average for this time of year, I've been talking about it all week, really for the last 4 weeks. 65 for Yakima, just 10 degrees off. We're quite chilly overnight as well, but the overnights for Yakima will improve as we get to Thursday night into Friday. For the Tri-Cities, we're about 9 degrees off our average and well off our average for our overnight lows. So just the trend continues, but it does look like we will be improving into the weekend. All right, overnight tonight, we are looking above the freezing level only for a few areas, Tri-Cities, Hermiston, and Walla Walla. Other than that, we are just below it. So a chilly overnight period. Bundle up as you head out for work or school or wherever you're headed for your Thursday tomorrow morning. And tomorrow, those sporadic showers into our afternoon and early evening, especially for the Blues. We're going to be in the mid to upper 50s for most of our areas, 52 for Ellensburg. Get ready for nice conditions in your morning, and then we'll be seeing those showers start to come in. So for the Tri-Cities, a little bit more cloud coverage for your Friday with those morning showers at least, and looking nicer for your weekend, right around the 70-degree mark, and then staying warm in our next work week, at least near our averages, so something to look forward to. In Yakima, mid-60s by your weekend. Then holding on to that heat in our next work week. So do get ready for, again, we're seeing showers tomorrow afternoon, but we're clearing into our evening tonight with those winds starting to slow down 10 miles per hour tomorrow. Not warm tomorrow, but it's slowly going to get warm into our weekend.
47.52.
Hey up there. Points. Points!
Everyone knows miles are better than points.
Oh, you fancy miles. That's all you ever talk about.
Stop! I'm telling Dad you used credit.
Bah!
Pish posh. Use me.
What he needs is points.
Think about the repercussions.
It's 10% off if you sign up for a store card.
No. Oh, boy.
It's okay to use credit sometimes. Let's talk about it.
Find a healthier approach to money at Giza.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
At Vapiano, we invite you to slow down, enjoy the journey. Make a reservation today. Taste wine where it's created. Sample a variety of wines from Sauvignon Blanc, Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, and make it a day to remember. Vapiano Estates, Walla Walla.
Whether you're looking for your next houseplant, getting those spring flowers in the ground, or planting your dream garden landscape, Queensgate Gardens is the place to go. Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
In the market for an RV? Do not buy any RV before you shop Click It RV. Because Click It RV has just acquired over 300 2022 fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and motorhomes. And every one is just $199 over invoice. And take advantage of 0 down, no payments for 90 days, and low interest financing. Plus guaranteed lowest price and lifetime warranty. So don't miss the Click It RV Do Not Buy sale. Going on now at all 5 locations, including right here in Pasco.
What attracted me to working at McCurley is just how much they do for the community. I mean, they do a lot for therapeutic riding of Tri-Cities, which I have a personal connection with. My son Caden, he has autism and he goes there. What I love most about what I do is I am a champion for my customers. We care about our customers and making sure that they get into the best and safest vehicle possible. I'm Taylor Boyce and I'm driving change at McCurley Subaru.
Find your way home in a new Subaru from McCurley Subaru, and together we can make this world a better place.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Yakima Valley Tourism is gearing up for the annual Spring Barrel Wine Tasting Celebration. That's coming up this weekend and next. Participation dwindled during the pandemic, but they are expecting greater attendance this year with more than 40 wineries participating all across the Yakima Valley. This is a chance for wineries to showcase their new products and to encourage tourists and locals alike to discover new places.
In addition to tastings from the barrels, a lot of wineries are doing a number of activities and celebrations. They'll have music, they'll have food samples, spring releases, special occasion activities.
Now again, that's coming up this weekend and next. Details about the participating wineries and their offerings are available at visityakima.com. You're watching KAPP Local News at 6, and we'll be right back.
Portion of KAPP KVEW sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome to the Spectrum Lab, where we're bringing you the best in connectivity with Spectrum One.
Get Spectrum One with Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, plus your first line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, free for 12 months. Call 833-823-4999.
Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest internet speeds in the nation, so you always have the speed you need for all your connected devices. This guy gets it.
Advanced Wi-Fi comes with state-of-the-art security and privacy, which automatically blocks online threats on all your devices. If it's connected, it's protected.
Plus, Spectrum Mobile gives you unlimited talk, text, and data on a reliable nationwide network.
At Spectrum, we're always working to bring you better ways to connect.
You think they noticed the orb? I think so. Get Spectrum One with Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, plus your first line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, free for 12 months. Call 833-823-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or Spectrum Store today.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more, with a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade, all with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles with the Honda Service Pass program. Enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
It's time to get the tax break you deserve this week at Walker's Furniture, as they offer a double discount with 18% off. Or no minimum purchase, no money down, 5 years financing with 60 equal payments.
There's no better time to freshen up your living room, dine in style, or get that bedroom set you've always wanted. Plus, get a double discount or 5 years financing with 60 equal payments.
Making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less at Walker's.
Make your first move with battery power made by Steel. Right now, save $50 on the FSA 57 battery trimmer. Real Steel. Find yours.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $2,100 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Welcome back, everyone. Washington is home to some amazing locations and wildlife, and sometimes that leads to some eyebrow-raising encounters.
That's true. WashDOT captured on camera just such an encounter in Skagit County. Check out this cat on a hot tin roof. The agency says it's a bobcat that found its way on top of a maintenance facility in Mount Vernon.
In fact, in a social media post, WashDOT says the Mount Vernon maintenance facility now belongs to this bobcat. They probably just up and abandon it.
Well, I think that's true of all cats. Like,
yeah,
if you sit on it, it's yours now.
Absolutely. Sorry, you got to vacate, WashDOT. Yeah. Find somewhere else.
Well, still ahead, it's legal recreationally and medicinally in Washington, but now a concerning trend involving cannabis.
Plus, they're valuable in investigating sexual assaults, but learn why new legislation would restrict access to some rape evidence collection kits.
And an explosion rattles the Seattle community, forcing evacuations. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
Now, KAPP KVEW local news at 6:30.
We are counting down to the end of the 2023 legislative session. And one proposal awaiting Governor Inslee's signature right now would limit access to certain rape kits.
Now that might seem counterintuitive. KAPP-KVEW's Emily Goodell spoke to the bill's sponsor about why she says this ban is necessary.
When your body is a crime scene, the way evidence is collected counts.
There's a high degree of scrutiny involved with all evidence, especially evidence as fragile and as important as forensic evidence that comes from somebody's body.
Some victims now buying over-the-counter or DIY sexual assault kits from companies like Leda Health to avoid a hospital trip. But authorities say they're not a substitute for the work done by trained sexual assault nurse examiners.
What this product does is it sells false hope. It sells something that's free in the state of Washington. We don't charge survivors and victims when they're raped. And this was charging
$17 a kit to a UW sorority last year that purchased $1,700 worth of them.
There's 16 either cease and desists or warning letters from attorney generals across the country,
including in Washington state, where lawmakers have been pushing House Bill 1564 to ban at-home evidence kits, arguing they're not a valid substitute for an exam and evidence collection at a hospital.
The do-it-yourself kit is not done and uploaded into Washington State Crime Lab. It's not eligible to be uploaded into CODIS, the national database that we use to connect criminals.
It just doesn't make sense because it doesn't provide for the medical care that that person's going to need.
And it doesn't provide evidence that would hold up in court, like the actual sexual assault kits used in Washington state.
It has over 15 pieces in there, blood, urine, hair samples. I mean, it has everything.
The bill to ban at-home evidence kits now on the governor's desk.
It was a really hard bill because it was messaged that we were hurting survivors and not giving them a tool. The reality is we were protecting them from a tool that wouldn't work, and then you would never get prosecution because the evidence would be gone.
Reporting, Emily Goodell, KAPP-KVEW Local News.
Governor Inslee is expected to hold a bill signing ceremony tomorrow, but as of tonight, this proposal is not on the list to be signed. A new front in the battle over the abortion pill. The maker of a generic version of the medication now filing a lawsuit against the Biden administration. The company GenBio Pro alleges the FDA violated the Constitution's due process clause and other laws in its response to recent court orders regarding mifepristone. It's also seeking a court order that would require the FDA to take certain steps under federal law before declaring the medication unapproved. The company has also asked the court to prevent the federal government from taking enforcement action before going through the process of withdrawing and suspending the medication.
And today, lawmakers from Washington's congressional delegation joined a group criticizing a plan to block changes to abortion policies at the Department of Veterans Affairs. Last fall, the VA proposed a change asking to make it so that healthcare providers could offer abortions in case of rape, incest, or when the pregnant person's life is at stake. Now there's a push in the Senate to try to block that proposed change.
The Biden administration has taken steps to make sure women who have served our country in uniform can get the basic reproductive care they need when their health is at risk or in cases of rape or incest. And now Republicans want to overturn that policy and force women to stay pregnant.
It's illegal. Congress banned abortion in the VA 30 years ago, and it was unanimous. One of the senators who voted for the bill was President Joe Biden. We have never repealed this law. 30 years, we've never repealed it. It's still on the books, and the administration needs to follow the law.
That's Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville, who is leading the push to block the VA abortion policy change. He says changes from the Department of Defense in the wake of the decision last summer to overturn Roe versus Wade are forcing taxpayers to effectively fund abortion. We do have an update tonight. We've learned the vote in the Senate failed, which means the proposal to change VA services to allow abortions in certain circumstances, that will still continue to advance. And the Senate vote on that policy came as the Supreme Court was supposed to make a decision on whether the FDA made the right call on authorizing mifepristone, also known as the abortion pill.
ABC's Justin Finch reports the justices have now moved their deadline.
The Supreme Court extending its stay until Friday, delaying implementation of the Fifth Circuit's ruling, meaning wide access to the abortion pill mifepristone remains in several states. On Capitol Hill, Democrats arguing this decision is bigger than one abortion drug.
It threatens to undermine the FDA's evidence-based scientific review process, and it will put countless lives at risk.
The case ending up at the high court after dueling lower court rulings. First, a Texas federal judge's ruling to reverse the FDA's mifepristone approval, arguing the agency had not properly considered its health effects. Then, an opposing decision from Washington State, where a federal judge ordered the FDA to preserve mifepristone access in 17 states and Washington, D.C. After a Justice Department appeal of the Texas decision, the Fifth Circuit issued its ruling calling for stricter guidelines on prescribing and administering mifepristone and blocking its delivery by mail.
I think the radical abortion policies of the Biden administration are wrong, but at the end of the day, we're a rule of law nation.
Upholding the Fifth Circuit decision would roll back the expanded access women have had to the drug for several years. Justin Finch, ABC News at the Supreme Court.
The state of Washington has purchased a stockpile of abortion pills just in case they're taken off the market, and state lawmakers have been working on several proposals that would protect abortion access. The state legislative session does end on April 23rd.
Well, it is spring. That April 23rd is coming up this weekend, but a reminder, the winter-like weather continues to show up around our state. This picture from WashDOT was tweeted yesterday. That is a snow slide that blocked the Mount Baker Highway. This is northeast of the town of Concrete up in northwestern Washington. It's northwest of North Cascades National Park. So this is way up there.
Absolutely.
But still, it's snow.
Very way up there. That's insane. I mean, we're almost to May, for goodness sake. Now, taking a look at our local weather, not quite as snowy there, thank goodness. But the gray clouds taking over the blue sky and sunshine. Taking a look over at Gisa Stadium this evening in Pasco. We could see return of wet weather. Jason has been tracking that in your First Alert forecast.
Good Wednesday evening, everyone. Oh, we've made it to midweek. Hope you've had a wonderful day today. We have clearing on the way as we get into our evening hours and into tomorrow morning, though that is going to be causing very chilly temperatures as you head out the door tomorrow. So do keep that in mind. But we do have the chance of seeing a little bit of shower activity as we're heading into the afternoon hours and early evening, especially along the Blue Mountain regions for Walla Walla and Pendleton. But we are looking at slowly warming up as we head into our weekend. Today, again, we were around 10 degrees below our average for all of our cities. So we were in the mid to upper 50s for most of our areas. So right now we should be in the mid to upper 60s. Now we are going to be seeing temperatures like that on the way as we get to our weekend. So yes, in my full forecast, I'll be talking about that warming. And again, PM light rain tomorrow afternoon. I'll get to that as well. And we are clearing into the evening. Should be a pretty nice evening, but again, very chilly tomorrow morning. I'll have all that in my full forecast that's coming up. But for right now, let's send it back to you.
Thanks, Jason. New at 6:30, an explosion forced the evacuation of an apartment building in Seattle. This morning's incident attributed to a man handling fireworks. The Seattle Fire Department received emergency calls from the building about a blast in the basement unit. According to Seattle police, a man had been handling fireworks when one of them detonated. Firefighters evacuated the building as a precaution.
The arson bomb squad, as well with the assistance of Seattle Fire, they're going to be checking the residents and making sure there are no other explosive materials or anything along those lines.
Now, the man who had been handling the firework was taken to the hospital with a non-life-threatening wound to his hand. The incident remains under investigation.
We have new information tonight about drug-related suicide attempts in the United States. Researchers at Washington State University found the number of people using marijuana in connection with a suicide attempt has been growing at a concerning rate over the past decade. The researchers found that most cases involved other substances in addition to marijuana, and we don't have a lot of information so far about intentional cannabis poisoning. But experts say we already know that marijuana use can worsen mental health conditions. It can also increase your chances of acting on impulse, and it can interfere with brain development when children, teens, or even young adults use it. Researchers at WSU say the growing evidence is a reminder of how important it is to make sure that kids cannot access cannabis. And as a reminder, if you are struggling with your mental health, you can call or text 988 to be connected with trained counselors at any time.
A new analysis suggests a surge this season of strep infections, that amid a shortage of the antibiotic used to treat it. Epic Health Research Network examined the electronic health records of 100 million Americans. They discovered strep infections jumped by 30% in February compared to the same time in 2017. Preliminary numbers for March showed a continuation of that trend. The season runs through the end of this month, and the country is experiencing a shortage of liquid amoxicillin, which is used to treat strep infections. Alyssa, I did talk to a pharmacy earlier this week. They said they try to keep ahead of these shortages by keeping a stock when amoxicillin, we saw Tylenol run out earlier this year, Adderall as well.
Right.
So trying to stay on top of it as best as possible.
But of course, even if your pharmacy runs out, this is not something that you should be pulling from the back of your cabinet and using the old version.
There are expiration dates.
All right, well, let's switch gears. A victory for the Seattle Kraken in the team's first playoff game ever. And the Dust Devils in action in a rare weekday afternoon game. Both of those stories coming up.
Also, summer travel season just around the corner. But now, concerns voiced about a flurry of upcoming airline pilot retirements and the impact it could have.
And we're tracking the latest weather conditions in our region as we're seeing those clouds kind of hang out over the Tri-Cities. Jason Valentine has your first alert forecast next on KAPP Local News at 6:30.
Portion of KAPP sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Rubble. 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 Rubble.
These are our best burgers ever. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
What is a leader? Someone who has backbone, resilience, determination to put a stake in the ground and get their hands a little dirty. Arrow Construction Supply has been the Northwest's leading provider of asphalt, concrete, and erosion control industries. From homeowner do-it-yourself to large commercial projects, we have everything for sale or rent to get the job done. Your locally owned and operated Arrow Construction Supply, leading the way and hitting our mark for 30 years.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines.
What? Multiple lines?
Hello? Yeah, one sec. But US Cellular gives you just one line for $29.99 with unlimited data.
Just one line with unlimited data.
So you don't have to get more lines than you need.
No, you hang up.
Are you even listening, guy who never looks up from his phone?
Oh, not for me, I just say it.
Okay, so no, you're not listening.
Get one line for $29.99, plus every plan is price protected. US Cellular, built for us.
In the market for an RV? Do not buy any RV before you shop Clickin' RV. Because Clickin' RV has just acquired over 300 2022 fifth wheels, travel trailers, toy haulers, and motorhomes. And everyone is just $199 over invoice. And take advantage of 0 down, no payments for 90 days, and low interest financing. Plus guaranteed lowest price and lifetime warranty. So don't miss the Clickin' RV Do Not Buy sale. Going on now at all 5 locations, including right here in Pasco.
This is a town called Basic. It's pretty hard to stand out around here. But if you pull up in a 2023 Nissan Rogue, you'll stand out before your feet even hit the pavement.
Can you make mine look like that?
Anything but basic. The 2023 Nissan Rogue. Get a low $399 per month lease on Rogue or get 0% financing for 36 months on select models.
Tomorrow, live on GMA. Go with Ginger to one of the most crystal clear bodies of water anywhere and face to face with the most gentle giants. And see a stunning release back into the wild you won't forget. Tomorrow, only on Good Morning America.
How'd you sleep last night?
I would have slept better if you weren't snoring so loud.
Everybody knows I don't snore. Well, this will help you wake up.
Oh, thanks, babe. You know just how I like it.
So, what are we gonna do today?
Our show.
Oh, yeah.
And we're live in 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, everyone.
Welcome to Live with Kelly and Mark.
From co-stars in Life to co-hosts on Live.
Live with Kelly and Mark, weekday mornings at 9 on KAPP.
You love a cold, refreshing soft drink from McDonald's. So we got even colder ones.
From frozen faves to our new lemonade. Get any small for $1.89. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
We are gearing up for the busy summer travel season as airlines are still facing some serious problems with the sudden surge of post-pandemic travel.
And now industry officials are warning we could face another big problem in the very near future. Mike Valerio explains.
Bumpy skies ahead for America's airlines.
We're going off a cliff.
Testifying before a congressional subcommittee, airline industry leaders warn the ongoing pilot shortage will get worse in the years to come.
Within 15 years, nearly half of all pilots will retire.
The problem, an aging workforce is on the way out, and expensive training is keeping many recruits from getting in. The Regional Airline Association is calling on Congress to raise the mandatory retirement age from 65 to 67.
No data shows a pilot is unsafe at 65, but this arbitrary line forces qualified pilots to retire when they have much to offer.
Most airlines have yet to fully restore the service cuts they made during the pandemic, even in the face of record bookings at some carriers. That combination is driving airfares up over the last year, increasing by more than 17% according to the latest federal inflation data.
Now, KAPP First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Wednesday evening, everyone. And yes, some sporadic showers today. We saw winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Those are all slowing down into our evening hours. Clearing into the evening, we have light rain expected tomorrow, especially for the Blue Mountain region. I'll get to that in my future cast. And we're finally warming up to around our average for the weekend. And possibly we'll be keeping those temperatures as we head into our next work week. No real heat spike on the horizon yet, but still warmer temperatures than we've been seeing. So in our future cast, still just a bit of shower activity around our areas. That will be moving out into our overnight period. We'll see some sunshine in your morning hours after sun up, but we will be seeing some light rain coming into most of our areas as we get to the early afternoon. And then this is going to switch into the Tri-Cities and Walla Walla, Pendleton areas as we get into the evening hours. Then it's going to stick right in Walla Walla. Looks like some heavy showers for the Blue Mountain region, but our areas pretty much light rain, and that will move out as we get to Thursday late night into Friday morning. Some sporadic showers yet again for your morning hours, and that will continue again off and on into our Friday. So sporadic showers just continue. Very spring-like conditions with sunshine, with some clouds, and with some spotty showers. Really all this week has been identified by that. So as we move into our weekend, we're going to slowly warm up today, around 10 degrees off yet again of our average. But as we get to our weekend, all of our cities should be in the mid to upper 60s, if not like Ellensburg in the lower 60s for your weekend, back to where we should be for this time of year. Now we have a freeze warning. It's our final one of the week. We've had one pretty much all week. We're going to have it between 2 a.m. and 9 a.m. tomorrow for Ellensburg, Yakima, Toppenish, and that includes the Pendleton areas. So this is a note, just a warning for agricultural workers to protect crops if they get damaged during freezing times. So we're seeing that again tomorrow. Should be warmer in our overnight period into Friday morning. So our winds, saw about 10 to 15 mile per hour winds today. They'll be down just a skosh as we get into tomorrow and into our weekend, right around 10 miles per hour. Maybe a little bit heavier winds, 10 to 20 mile per hour for your Sunday. And then just some breezy conditions. But the good news about breezy conditions is it keeps our air fresh. So in our almanac, our average for this time of year, I've been talking about it all week, really for the last 4 weeks. 65 for Yakima, just 10 degrees off. We're quite chilly overnight as well, but the overnights for Yakima will improve as we get to Thursday night into Friday. For the Tri-Cities, we're about 9 degrees off our average and well off our average for our overnight lows. So just the trend continues, but it does look like we will be improving into the weekend. All right, overnight tonight, we are looking above the freezing level only for a few areas, Tri-Cities, Hermiston, and Walla Walla. Other than that, we are just below it. So a chilly overnight period. Bundle up as you head out for work or school or wherever you're headed for your Thursday tomorrow morning. And tomorrow, those sporadic showers into our afternoon and early evening, especially for the Blues. We're going to be in the mid to upper 50s for most of our areas, 52 for Ellensburg. Get ready for nice conditions in your morning, and then we'll be seeing those showers start to come in. So for the Tri-Cities, a little bit more cloud coverage for your Friday with those morning showers at least, and looking nicer for your weekend, right around the 70-degree mark, and then staying warm in our next work week, at least near our averages. So something to look forward to. In Yakima, mid-60s by your weekend. then holding on to that heat in our next work week. So do get ready for, again, we're seeing showers tomorrow afternoon, but we're clearing into our evening tonight with those winds starting to slow down 10 miles per hour tomorrow. Not warm tomorrow, but it's slowly going to get warm into our weekend.
Thanks so much, Jason. We have a lot more news to share with you on our mobile app. You can use the camera on your smartphone to scan this QR code. It's at the bottom of your screen throughout the show. The code will take you right to our app for news and weather on demand. It's free to download, and there's no subscription fee. We'll be right back after the break.
Hey fans, it's Eric the Peanut Guy from your Tri-City Dust Devils. Come out to Geisa Stadium this week, April 18th through the 23rd. Bring out the kids for Family Feast Night on Friday, April 21st, and enjoy $2 hot dogs, ice cream sandwiches, Coca-Cola products, and more. Then on Saturday, April 22nd, stick around after the game for our fabulous post-game fireworks show, presented by Cascade Natural Gas. For tickets, visit DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It'll blow you away.
When you or your loved one has been seriously injured, you want the best law firm on your side. Abeta Nelson Injury Law is the most highly awarded and experienced personal injury firm in Central Washington. Our office has secured the most million-dollar car crash recoveries in Central Washington. You can trust us to have your back. The time for bringing your claim is limited, so don't wait. Call us today for a no-obligation consultation. Abeta Nelson, we take your injury personally.
Stay tuned to learn more about this limited time offer from Renewal by Andersen.
Have you been looking at replacing your home's windows or doors? If so, I'm sure price is a huge factor. At Renewal by Andersen, we're really proud of our fair pricing policy.
We're a typical middle-class family. We have a budget. We need to be aware of where our money's going. And the great thing about Renewal by Andersen was they actually had several financing options that were going to make sense for our situation.
So, let's talk windows. Our Fibrex window material is like the gold standard in the industry. It's a composite material that lasts longer, performs better, and is actually 2 times stronger than vinyl. Okay, so you're carrying this out to your back deck, but you gotta stop and try to shove open that patio door. That can be real frustrating. The dual ball bearing adjusters on our patio doors help the doors to glide easily. At Renewal by Andersen, we've been doing this a long time, and we know that you don't want some hard sell sales pitch. We'll visit your home, see exactly what you have, and then give you an exact price quote. And we'll honor that price for a whole year so that there's no pressure. Let us give you a price on the windows and doors that you will love.
We had the intention of looking at different companies, doing some due diligence, and we started with Renewal by Andersen, and it was such a compelling conversation and process that we ended up not even looking any further.
This month, Renewal by Andersen is offering a super deal on windows and patio doors. Buy one window or patio door and get the next one 30% off. And we have great financing available. Before April 30th, buy one window or patio door and get the next one 30% off. Plus, take advantage of our great financing options. For a free appointment, call 509-497-5400.
This newscast sponsored by wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org.
Welcome back, everyone. The Tri-City Dust Devils in action today in a rare weekday afternoon game.
Yeah, it still wasn't too warm out there, though, even though they played in the afternoon. The Dust Devils faced the Spokane Indians at Geisa Stadium in Pasco for a 1:30 game. According to the Dust Devils, starting pitcher Sammy Natera Jr. went 4 no innings against Spokane. The Dust Devils break a 4-game losing streak with the win, 4-2, and the series now even at 1 game each.
Fantastic. And over on the west side, the Seattle Kraken. Oh, we're going to go ahead and, one shot. Sorry, I'm moving on. The Seattle Kraken had their first playoff game in franchise history last night. They faced some stiff competition, the defending Stanley Cup champion Colorado Avalanche. The bright lights didn't seem to faze the Kraken. They would take the win 3-1. The Avalanche will be looking for a comeback tomorrow night, but the Kraken's win means they're guaranteed at least a 1-1 series record going into their first playoff home game at Climate Pledge Arena on Saturday. Ooh, I bet that's going to be exciting to watch.
It's going to be exciting. It's going to be packed.
Oh, yes, very packed. Definitely the event to be at on Saturday.
This is quite unusual in the NFL, just to have this kind of record this early in your franchise. So
Absolutely.
Congrats to the Kraken.
Yes. You're watching KAPP KV Local News at 6:30. Next, a final check of your first alert forecast.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more, with a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade, all with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
The last thing you want people thinking about when they're in their golden years is money. We have a new family member living with us, which is my mother-in-law, Kathleen. She has had MS since my husband's been 6. We have our caregivers that come into the home and help out with her. She gets showers every day. Walk Cares is a really unique program. As you get older, you're still cared for and you're still valuable. It's just great to know that if needed, Walk Cares will be there for them.
Just 3 words tell you everything you need to know. They tell you why we employ more than 2,000 workers at our factory in Virginia Beach, and why over 10,000 local steel dealers are putting battery power in the hands of Americans. Not everyone can say that, but we can. Made in America. Real steel. Find yours.
My relationship with Make-A-Wish began 14 years ago. We cumulatively now have a total of $1.14 million we've done for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I'm lucky to have a position that affords me the opportunity to support the community. And for me, I want the customer's buying experience to be just that. Understanding what their motivation is, and also knowing that the activity they're having with me is going to have a direct reflect on what we're going to do with Make-A-Wish for the calendar year.
Find your way home in a new Mazda from McCurley Mazda.
Did you know the most common mosquito in our area can travel 5 to 8 miles? Here at Benton County Mosquito Control, our objective is to provide effective mosquito control for your home, neighborhood, and community. Our friendly mosquito control technicians use mosquito population monitoring, educational programming, and a variety of field techniques to reduce mosquitoes in your area. Reduce areas of standing water around your home to help control mosquitoes. For more help, give us a call or visit us online at www.mosquitocontrol.org. Benton County Mosquito Control, where your comfort and health become a priority.
This is how legends are made. Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $2,250 total cash allowance on a 2023 Silverado with a turbo high output engine. See your community Chevy dealers.
Portion of KAPP KVEW sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
All right, let's get you ready for your Thursday. We are going to see some sunshine, especially in the early morning hours, but some showers in your afternoon to early evening. Yakima, same story. Highs pretty much on par with what we saw today, mid to upper 50s, a little cooler in Ellensburg. For Walla Walla, possibly a little later showers. Winds are going to be right around 10 miles per hour. But again, folks, plenty of sunshine as we start our Thursday. And for Ellensburg, right around 52. And again, spotty showers possibly in the afternoon. So folks, get ready for winds to die down overnight and those and our clouds to clear up overnight. A very chilly morning tomorrow, so bundle up as you head out the door.
Spring's just hanging on a little bit to those cold temperatures in the morning. Thank you so much, Jason. And thank you for watching. KAPP KV Local News is always on at yaktrynews.com. We're back tonight at 11 o'clock.